October 2019, planetary transits for Capricorn rising at 0 degrees. This is an equal house chart set up for 0 degrees Capricorn on the ascendant, Eastern Daylight Time, New York. We begin October 2019 with 3 planets in Libra in the 10th house sector. The Sun at 7 degrees Libra, Mercury at 26 degrees Libra, and Venus at 20 degrees Libra. The Moon is in Scorpio in the 11th at 11 degrees. The planet Mars is at 28 degrees of Virgo in the 9th house. Jupiter is at 18 degrees of Sagittarius in the 12th house. Saturn at 14 Capricorn in the 1st. Uranus at 5 degrees of Taurus in the 5th house. Neptune at 16 degrees of Pisces in the 3rd house, and Pluto at 20 Capricorn in the 1st. The planet Saturn went direct motion on September 18th, and Pluto will go direct on October 3rd. Uranus and Neptune are still retrograde. Please note, do not forget to look at the natal condition of the 2 planets involved in transit. For example, if transiting Sun is square transiting Saturn in space on that day, first check to see if the Sun and Saturn form an aspect in your birth chart by conjunction, opposition, square, trine, or sextile. If it does, blend the quality of the transiting aspect with the quality of the natal or birth aspect. This rule should be applied also to planetary transits to natal planets. If transiting Saturn is square your natal moon, first look at the natal condition between Moon and Saturn. Should there be a natal trine between Moon and Saturn, then a problem will arise transiting square, but ultimately will be resolved to your satisfaction. Natal trine. October 1st brings a Venus square Pluto energy between houses 10 and 1, indicating that relationships with superiors at work may become strained as you're forced to accommodate to their demands at this time. The planet Mercury enters Scorpio on October 3rd and moves into your 11th house sector. Mars enters Libra on the 4th and moves into the 10th house. On October 7th, Mercury is in opposition to Uranus across houses 11 and 5, indicating the possibility of an unexpected disruption with a child, lover, or friend. The communication you receive from them may be upsetting. Stay calm. The Sun square Saturn, also occurring on October 7th, between houses 10 and 1, may bring an additional work responsibility, making you feel overburdened. Avoid internalizing any criticism from a superior. On October 9th, the planet Venus enters Scorpio and moves into the 11th house sector. October 12th shows a Venus-Uranus opposition between houses 11 and 5, indicating a strong desire to take a break from responsibilities and do something new, exciting, and stimulating. Seek out something entertaining to do with a friend or lover. October 13th brings a tense full moon. 5:08 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 20 degrees of Aries in opposition to the Sun at 20 degrees of Libra, spanning houses 4 and 10. The square from Pluto at 20 degrees of Capricorn could stress on a home situation and the relationships that affect it. There may be a breakdown in family relationships because your personal needs are not being met or considered. Beware of power struggles, manipulation, and attempts at dominance and control. On October 15th, under Mercury trine Neptune, between houses 11 and 3, have a heart-to-heart talk with a friend or relative and iron out any previous dissension. This aspect will enable you to express sensitivity and compassion, as well as enhance your ability to truly listen. October 21st brings Venus trine Neptune between houses 11 and 3, an ideal time to express your love for someone special. On October 23rd, the Sun enters Scorpio and moves into the 11th house sector, shifting the focus for the next month on friendships, group endeavors, and your hopes for the future. October 27th brings a Mars-Saturn square between houses 10 and 1, and the new moon occurring at 4 degrees of Scorpio, 11:39 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the 11th house sector. The frustration usually associated with Mars-Saturn in hard aspect is being played out in your career house between your personal preferences and the expectations of superiors. Disagreements with bosses will require that you make adjustments and accede to their demands. The new moon in the 11th brings a fresh start in relationships with friends, group endeavors, and team efforts. On October 28th at 4:16 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, with the Sun opposed Uranus between houses 11 and 5, an unexpected disruption involving a friend, a lover, or a child may occur either during the 12 hours before exactitude or up to several hours after. On October 30th, a Mercury-Venus conjunction at 27 degrees of Scorpio in the 11th house is excellent for a heartfelt discussion with a good friend. Now's the time to let them know how much you value your connection.